You have probably heard of anime, as it has grown in popularity all over the world in recent years. But I'm sure you'd be surprised to learn that anime has sparked protests and uprising against governments all over the world. This anime is called One Piece. Many people never start One Piece due to its high episode count. Both the anime and manga spanned over 1,000 episodes and chapters, and all the while, the story isn't finished yet. But I have not only read all of One Piece, I've read it twice. I'm also an avid collector of the One Piece TCG and follow One Piece news channels to stay up to speed on its influence and current events. While most popular anime's influence only spans the anime community, One Piece's influence has stretched far beyond its origin in Japan, from sports to pop culture, and even have been the symbol of protests around the world. In this speech, I will be speaking on different aspects of culture that One Piece influenced, primarily the political aspects, as they are the most relevant to current events, but also the influence One Piece has had in the sports world, as well as the anime community and even the trading card community. The story of One Piece and its themes have inspired protests around the world. There are 7 countries where there have been Gen Z protests against the government, where One Piece has been a focal point. These countries include the Philippines, Nepal, Mexico, Madagascar, Morocco, Indonesia, and France. One Piece centered around the pirate named Monkey D. Luffy. Throughout the story, he challenges the oppressive government and promotes the idea of freedom and equality. Luffy is a character who smiles at diversity. Andrea Horbinsky, a manga and anime expert who holds a PhD in modern Japanese history, says she was not surprised to see the One Piece flag adopted by a political cause. She says, "You can't help but root for him." The symbol they are using in the protest is Luffy's crew, the Straw Hats flag. The flag has become known as a symbol of resistance. This is a picture of Indonesia's famed Singa Dubar up in flames, while at the front of the gates stands their pirate flag, showing One Piece's influence and power. While One Piece's influence is notable in the political realm, the anime has also had a strong influence in the sports world. The Los Angeles Lakers are one of the most famous basketball teams in the world, also the most successful NBA team of all time with 17 championships. In February 2025, they hosted a collaboration with One Piece during their game against the Clippers. This included limited memorabilia and collaboration animations. Baseball fan or not, you've probably heard of the Dodgers, who recently won back-to-back World Series championships, a feat that hasn't been accomplished in 25 years. 4 months before the historic accomplishment, they hosted a One Piece night during their game against the Black Sox. Fans received customized straw hats with the Dodger logo adorned in the front. 2 of the most successful sports organizations in the world are collaborating with One Piece because of the influence the anime has. Fans also received this custom Luffy Dodgers card that is used in the One Piece TCG. The card is now worth over $1,000 without being graded, showing the demand for the One Piece TCG cards. The demand for One Piece merchandise has steadily risen. An example of this steady progression can be seen in the One Piece TCG. Since its release in 2022, the One Piece trading card game has exploded in the trading card world. The top hits sell for thousands of dollars, while limited serialized cards have sold for over $20,000. There are many other TCGs for popular anime such as Bleach and Naruto, but neither of them have seen nearly as high a demand as One Piece. The demand is directly correlated to the popularity of the anime, so much so people are choosing to invest thousands of dollars into the TCG for long-term high return. A sports card collector sold his entire $65,000 collection to invest into the One Piece trading card game. One Piece's influence has stretched far beyond its origin in Japan, making historic impacts in politics, sports, and pop culture. One Piece is the most culturally influential anime to ever exist. One Piece has made waves in politics, sparking protests against oppressive governments around the globe, while having an impact in the sports world with some of the best sports organizations collaborating with One Piece. All the while taking over the trading card community that has been dominated by sports cards for so long. For decades, anime was believed to be for children or was seen as weird, but One Piece is breaking barriers, defying everything people previously thought about anime and the culture behind it. One Piece is changing the world. Thanks for listening to my speech.